Ah! Yes, sir. You know who it is. It's your favorite host, Adrian Nyce, Mouthin Out, Charlotte, North Carolina. Right now, who am I here with?
Well, my name is August, but
Yes,
on Instagram and all social media platforms, you can find me at official August AGUST.
August in the building.
Yeah,
How you feeling?
I'm alright, man. We just got here for real.
Yes, where y'all coming from?
VA.
VA?
hmm
Okay, and then what made y'all come to like Charlotte? Y'all had other business here or?
Yeah. So I'm opening up for Rich Dunk tomorrow
Mm,
at the Queen Sheba Lounge.
right.
So that's what we really came out here for, So
That's dope. Getting it in. Rich Dunk, he's a dope person. I always say this about Rich Dunk. He is very consistent. He is consistent, always making music, always doing shows, despite everything else that's going on. He's always doing music. So that's why I really fucks with him. It's dope. How did you get tapped in with that show?
Well, for real, shout out to my manager, Royalty. I'm under a management team called Becoming Royalty Management.
Okay.
So, what she basically has is a thing called Culture Shock, where we travel to different states and open up for different artists that's in the industry,
Right.
big independent names.
Yeah.
So, we just actually just got booked for them. So, this is what we're doing them all for.
That's hard. Well, welcome to Charlotte.
Hey, appreciate.
Is
It's
this
my
your,
first time
I was
too.
about to say, it's
Yeah.
your first time. Kind of give me, I'm not sure what all you saw, but kind of give me like first impression.
Shit, we literally just got off the highway, so all I saw was
Dang.
gas stations and the Airbnb
Right.
and here.
Well, so you are at IMU Studios, located in the Music Factory, right beside the Fillmore. What's kind of your first impression of our studio?
I like it. I like the environment. I like the vibe it gives off. It's different from other places I've been.
Really?
So I would say y'all have your own unique like feeling to what y'all trying to
Mm,
present to the people coming in.
dang, appreciate that, man.
No
You
problem.
know, gotta, we try to do our own little
Hey,
thing. You know what I'm
shit, I
saying?
feel like I'm at home.
That's good.
I like it.
That's really how we want people to feel. Like, I just myself want to make sure like everybody's comfortable because I want this environment where people want to come back to. I want to make sure I'm nice, just hospitable, all that type shit. So you do music.
hmm
How long you been doing music?
Since 2019.
2019.
Yeah.
What were you doing before music?
Hanging out, hitting clubs up,
Okay.
pretty much.
And then what like flipped the switch and was just in you and just was like, I can do music.
So I kind of tell the story a lot, but my mother had passed in 2019, and that's when I started taking music seriously.
Mm,
She was like my first fan to tell me that she liked my music. She didn't know it was my music she was listening to, and she don't like
wow.
music. She don't listen to music, just listen to soundtracks, like Star Trek soundtracks.
Right.
So one day she just heard one of my songs and was like, "I like that. Who is that?" And I was like, "That's me."
What?
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
it's crazy because like right after that, my mom never got to hear a song from me. She passed.
Oh
So
my
that
God.
was what
I'm
put
sorry
the
for your
battery in
loss.
my back. I
Yeah.
appreciate you. So since then I've just been doing music.
So now, do you talk about that or any like other type of pains or anything like that in your music and kind of talk about your sound or what all you're talking about?
Yeah, I mention it a lot, and my music is basically like I write off of my vibe and emotions. So whatever I'm feeling for the day or whatever on my mind is what I write about. So
Right.
I've talked about my mom a couple of times. You just got to catch it.
Right, right, right. And then like ideally where's your music going to be played? Is it played in the clubs? Is it played like, at a I don't know, a cookout? Like where would you say like
I would say you can play it anywhere for real. Like it's
okay.
it's a vibe to where it has a individual effect on a person.
Mm,
Like a group of people can be listening to it, but it hits every individual separately in their own kind of way to where it puts them in a you know what I'm saying, kind of a damn. I remember that
right.
situation. I remember that situation. So I say it could be played at cookouts, clubs, mall music,
Right.
travel music, high music, shit, all kind of music for real.
What have who have people said you sound like? Have you gotten that?
I've
Um
gotten
and it could be a mix.
I've gotten J. Cole.
Okay.
Um, gotten a little Dirk a couple of times. Um, it's another one.
J. Cole, Lil Durk. Two different sounds.
Who was it? Yeah, it was somebody else.
It's
I can't
cool. That
remember.
kind of gives us like, okay, different vibes. You know what I'm saying? Close to it. Okay. Let's kind of run people back a little bit. Like, what was life like growing up for you? Are you from? You said West Virginia.
No, I ain't from Virginia.
Okay. Where were you born at and raised? Really?
Originally born in San Diego,
Okay.
California, but my whole mother's side is from the islands.
Mm,
So, Antigua, Jamaica, St. Thomas, St. Croix, all of that.
right.
So I was a military baby
So you
per
hopped
se.
around, type shit.
So I mean, not really no, because my mother had me in the States, but as soon as she had me, she had to get deployed overseas. So she sent me over to my grandmother who was in the islands. So I
Mm,
stayed in the islands until I was like 16, and
mm.
then I came to America.
Talk about
So
culture.
yeah, so I've been there most of my time until like my teen years.
What's kind of what's some of the biggest differences you see between like the islands versus the states?
What I can remember, really, it's slower in the islands.
Mm,
It's fast paced in the states. Like music that you probably heard, I probably won't hear till another 2 3 months.
wow.
Clothes, designers or whatever. You get things, we get it last, basically.
Right.
So like
Dang.
we're kind of late to everything.
That's cool. All right. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to a quick commercial break, and when we get back, we're gonna take a deep dive into your music, talking about what you've been working on, what's coming out, and some stuff that's already out. Okay. We'll be right back after this. Ah. All right, we are back from commercial break. Hope you guys enjoyed that. So 2019, you got into music. And so what are what's some like music out right now that you've been heavily pushing, whether it's a single, project, any of that?
Well, I recently dropped the album. Matter of fact, I dropped the album when I was in Texas for Southwest by Southwest. I did that. And the day I was on stage is the day my album dropped.
Right.
So it's called Thank You, the album. It's more so like I would say a personal triumph from what I was overcoming in the past to the August that people see now.
Okay.
So
Like kind of elaborate a little more.
I would say, like I told you earlier,
Right.
I write music off of emotions and vibes and
Hmm.
things I've been through. So the way the track list is set is basically like a movie, a story. So if you listen to the first, it's 9 songs. So if you listen to track 1 all the way down to track 9,
Mm,
it's like I'm basically telling you a story like at every part of my life
that's dope.
leading up to right now.
That's dope. Which song would you say is your favorite?
All.
Everybody's.
Yeah.
Come on, you
It's
got to give
because
us
if
one.
I pick one, I have to pick another one leading. So it's like
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm driving down the road. I'm driving down the road. I only got time to listen to one track. Which one would you send me to? Which one would you recommend that I listen to? If I could
I
only listen to one.
and where you going?
Well, that's a good question. That is. I'll say to work. Say I'm on the
Are
way to
you
work in the
late or
morning.
are you
You know,
good?
yeah.
You late?
Yeah, I guess I'm late. I'm
Late.
late because I only got one chance to listen to one song. What?
Did you eat breakfast before you?
I ain't
um,
have. I got a little bagel,
so
some water real quick.
you alright?
Yeah.
Alright. Shit. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
What number is that on the track list?
that is number 8.
And kind of break down what that's about.
Basically, thank you is for the people that overlooked me,
Mm,
people that doubted me, people, all the negatives. I've learned to use the negatives and turn them into positives.
mm,
So all in all, it may have been a negative start, but it wasn't a negative outcome.
right.
The negatives became all positives because everything that you told me I wasn't, I proved to you that I would be.
Mm,
So it's more so
that's dope.
I appreciate all of y'all that, because without y'all, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
Right.
So
That's hard. Are you like big on analytics at all, or numbers, or anything like that? Like, do you check them out?
yeah.
what have your audience been gravitating towards on the track list? What song or songs?
Up next, thank you, Mind Race, Airflow.
Those are probably the main ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope. And so that's what you've been working on, what you've been pushing. What or not working on, but what's to come? What we got coming up next? Are we pushing this for the rest of the year, or are we dropping some singles?
I got a single dropping tomorrow.
Perfect timing. Okay, what's the single? What's the name? What it's about?
The single's called My Shit.
My shit.
So it's basically about I'm on my shit now. You know, basically is you really motivating yourself. Basically, like is this is your time. So if it's your time, you gotta act like it's your time. You gotta believe it's your time. You gotta wake up thinking it's your time. You gotta go to sleep thinking, hey, when I wake up, I'm going back to it. It's my time. So it's basically self motivation, telling yourself, you know, saying, hey, you the shit. This is what you wanted. All right, this is what you got to do to get it. You still not there yet, but you getting there.
Right.
You know, it's just
Getting it done
basically.
and believing it.
Yeah.
I definitely think that like belief and like confidence is like a heavy factor in like success in just people's careers and stuff like that. Because if you yourself don't even think
You ain't gonna make it far.
yeah, what makes you think that other people are going to believe in your music or even want to work with you, manage you, spend money in you, all this type stuff? You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think that's a major, among other things. You still gotta have
You gotta have self confidence before
right,
you have any other
right,
thing. Like you
right,
can't build anything without confidence because
right.
you gotta believe first that you can do it. So
Exactly, man. For sure.
yeah.
Okay. So since this is still kind of like the early part of the year, what are some other things you're hoping to accomplish? Like you said, we dropping a single. Is there some other things you're hoping to like knock out?
uh,
Whether it's
I
shows, anything.
keep doing shows and touring. Like I started doing it back last year, and I want to say like I'm gonna start with August. You know,
Okay.
I had went to Richmond for a festival that I was invited to perform at, and then from there it was North Carolina opening up for Jacquees for his Sincerely for You
That's
tour,
fire.
and then it jumped to Duke Deuce and Jacquees in Atlanta
Mm,
um, for a talk show that they was doing. You know, I opened up for that as well, and then I did Duke Deuce on New Year's, opened up for him there, and then it went in Atlanta. Then it went to Cassidy. I think like two
dang.
months ago. Yeah,
So you just on the move, really doing shows. That's hard.
you know, it all came, you know, through becoming royalty. You know, what I'm saying
Mm,
management. So
right.
I've been really locked in with them. So we just been hitting everything that we can. So
All right. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna take one more commercial break. And then when we come back, I want to touch a little more on like maybe some of your shows that you've done, maybe the favorite city, some other artists you've opened for, all that type stuff. And then we're gonna touch on the future and then final words. Ah! All right, we are back from our last commercial break. Last we were talking about kind of like some other shows you had opened up for. Can you kind of just go down the list again of some artists you maybe have performed with, opened up for, etc.
so the first artist I opened up for and performed for was Jacquees on his Sincerely for You tour, and I might mess his name up. Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, Raleigh.
Raleigh, yes, I was
Yeah.
gonna mess it up. And
Same shit.
then it was in Atlanta with Becoming Royalty Management for Culture Shock. Um with Duke Deuce and
Right.
Jacquees. And then we had did another event for Duke Deuce in Atlanta again on New Year's with Becoming Royalty Management. Then we had another one in Atlanta um, for Cassidy,
Dang.
another Culture Shock event with Becoming Royalty Management. And then I did Texas South West by South
Yeah. South by
Southwest.
Southwest.
South by
I got you.
Southwest. I did that one in Texas. I had performed 2 days in a row out there. Um, Big X the Plug was out there.
Yeah,
D-Lo,
we was out
Sauce.
there.
It
We was
was
out there
yeah.
too. See,
Oh, so you already know it was
yeah,
deep out there. So
yeah. I think our biggest one that we got out there was Sauce. Sauce Walker was probably the biggest one.
I did 2 mic drops out there. Matter of fact,
Right, it
so
was everywhere. Was
yeah,
that your first time to South by Southwest too,
yeah.
or so? South by Southwest is a dope. It grows every single
I,
time.
I I like it. I
You
like the
saw it,
energy.
yes. They
Like
flood in the streets,
the Arabs was the
showcase everywhere.
asking for pictures. It was old white people like while me and
Yes,
my lady eating food coming
it's a
up to me,
mix.
stopping, hey, can we take a picture with you? Then she was like, can I get my sons to come back in here? You gonna stay right here? And I was like, yeah. So they came in, took a picture with me.
See,
It was a good vibe. Like I,
that's
I
dope.
like it.
Where do you see like your future in music? Is this something like you're trying to do 10 years from now, or are you kind of wanting it to be like a stepping stone to some other endeavors, or like
I
what?
plan on doing music for. I mean, that's all I see for. I would say I live and breathe music because that's my passion.
Okay,
It's not a hobby anymore. It's something that I love doing.
right,
So I wake up. If someone makes me mad, damn, that might be a song. I'm in a good mood. That's a song.
right.
Just I consider my music a diary for me. So it's something that
Mm,
I would be doing until I'm no longer on this earth
mm,
because that's my way of talking to the world. I might not be a direct person, but when it comes to my music, that's how I can be
your
direct
outlet.
to the masses of people to understand what I'm saying I'm going through or whatever it is I may talk about.
Nah, I fucks with that. I fucks with that for sure, bro. All right, so what we're gonna do? I got this segment called One Piece of Advice. Okay, so first, I want you to give one piece of advice to people back in the islands. One piece of advice if you could give to them as a whole. Anything.
Don't come to America. It's cold.
Don't come to America. It's cold.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's cold.
All right. Now, one piece of advice to the people in like West Virginia.
Just Virginia.
Yeah. What? It. Yeah.
West Virginia is its own little.
Ain't it? Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
different state, right?
Nah, it's just Virginia. West Virginia is like,
West.
yeah, it's a whole. I ain't never been to West Virginia.
Oh, I thought you said West
Nah, Virginia.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Virginia. Give one piece of advice to Virginia.
uh, chase your dreams.
Mm, chase your dreams. Okay. Do you feel like? Why do you say that particular piece of advice for Virginia?
Because we have so much. It's shrouded in basically, energy that shouldn't be there.
Got you.
We all could uplift each other if we all come together. It doesn't have to be every man for themselves.
Right.
It's okay to give people credit when credit is due. It's okay to, you know, it's okay to support.
Right.
You don't have to be somebody's friend to support them. So
That's a fact. All right. And then I'm assuming you're well over 21. So just give one piece of advice to 21-year-old you. Where were you? What were you doing? Give one piece of advice to that guy.
damn, keep going, don't quit.
Hey, okay. Keep going. Don't quit.
Yeah.
You here right now. Exactly. All right. Any last words before we go? And then social media.
I want to say shout out to my brother Biggs. Shout out to my whole family. Saying Crystal, D, Rita, my daughter Jew, Landon, all my people back at home. Becoming royalty, culture shock. And make sure you guys follow me on official August Agust on Instagram, August 3X official on YouTube, and on Twitter August 3X.
All right. There you have it. I'm your host, Adrian Nyce. This is Mouthin Out. Make sure you guys tap in with him. And we out. Peace.